what it do? It's your boy Coopers and Capers back at it again with Destroy Ya, mate.
Destroy Ya. It's good to be back. Fucking...
It's good to have you back. Jorge, he's lovely, but his voice is oh so grating.
What do you mean it's lovely?
Oh, no, it's silky smooth. I can't say that with a straight face.
Yeah.
So, for this episode, I think I'm going to try and... I'm not going to speed run, but I'm going to play a bit quick because there's a lot I want to get done. Furthermore, we're going to be going to probably my least favorite level in the game.
As you do.
But before that, I got something to show you.
Oh my! You've found enough golden cogs, haven't you? These will be perfect for my latest invention.
I get the feeling that the
call
koala
it
is actually putting on an Australian accent.
Cogulacious boomerangerous extra.
Yeah,
Like
he doesn't really sound like he has one.
No, he has an Australian accent, but it only comes in sometimes. That's my thing.
He's probably, like, secretly German or something.
Very nice.
You know, like,
It's a zoomerang.
I'm glad I wasn't born in Germany.
The zoomerang has a built-in telescopic
Okay, so now
camera.
we've got the boomerang and we've got the zoomerang. Now where's the doomerang?
Okay, you say that.
Amazing.
There actually is one at the very end of the game.
Fantastic.
To select it, use the previous ring.
Yeah, we know how to use zoomerangs. Yeah, so it literally just yeets far.
I mean, that doesn't seem hella useful, gonna be honest.
You'd be surprised. It's one of, like, of the dumb gimmicky rangs, it's the one I use probably the second most.
Really?
Yeah. If only just because, no, fucking collectible all the way over there. Gotta get it here. I don't want to walk all the way over there.
Well, I don't know, but just, like, in the levels I've seen so far, there's not been a huge line of sight like you just saw there. You know?
Yeah. No, this next level, you'll see what's good in this next level.
Also, haven't the last two levels also been your least favorite levels? Like, what the fuck? Are we gonna get to a big
No,
part
the
of this
first
game yet?
level's great. This level, I forgot, was kind of okay. This level... Oh, fuck this level, man.
So, I only count 3 portals. I'm gonna guess there's more than 3 fucking levels, though.
Yeah. This is just World 1. World, quote-unquote, 1.
Ah, I see.
So it's a water level.
Hmm.
Which, you know, those are always fun and interesting.
Definitely.
This game handled water levels actually pretty well, all things considered. It's just the collectibles in the level are so sparse and scattered because, you know, fucking ocean.
Yeah. So we're gonna go down to the...
Good to see you
Oh,
again.
what the fuck? Oh, it's a platypus.
Yeah. A platypus.
Funny you should say that. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spot.
Jesus Christ.
Kyle, you ever go for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike at past Shark Reef?
Well, anyway, she's a
It's fucking Australia, I'll remind you.
doesn't come home.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about crocodiles, honestly.
They're also in this game.
Ugh,
I'm
Jesus.
on lifeguard.
Crocodiles are fucking scary, man. I hope you know that.
Well, I would, mate.
I've never had an incident with a crocagator, mainly because I live on the opposite side of the place where they are at.
Press the bite button to dive,
I mean,
then tap the jump
the scariest thing about crocodiles and shit like that is, like lobsters and some jellyfish, they are just immortal. Their hearts just can't handle the inverse square law at some point.
Yeah, that's right. They are kind of immortal. They grow forever and they eat stuff, and then their brains collapse from their own gravity.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Which is fucking crazy. I'd like to think that somewhere out there, there's just a giant lobster on the seafloor, like fucking like 20 meters big. or some
Guarantee
bullshit.
there is. There's no way there isn't. But the second reason I want to finish this level off so quickly, other than the fact that I hate it,
What do you mean? It's
is
so
because-
pretty.
oh yeah, it's, you know, get used to this texture.
Ah.
It looks basically the same
Yeah.
throughout the entirety of the level.
Great work.
Yeah. He just said, good job, go save my wife or whatever. But after this level is a boss fight.
Oh,
And
sure.
I'd like to get about this level. By the way, I forgot to start a timer, so if you could.
Yeah, I mean, fucking our record tells us how long we've been going. 5.5 minutes.
Oh, all right. But as I was saying before, I'm super glad I wasn't born in Germany.
Okay.
Ask me why.
Why?
I don't speak German.
I mean,
That's
don't
it.
know.
That's my one-off pun for the day.
like, go fuck yourself. Fucking. I don't know.
Get it, Reddit. We can go home now.
Like, you ever like hear fucking German being spoken? It's honestly not that different from English. It's just, you know.
It sounds super aggressive.
It really, yeah. Which honestly,
They've got the same roots though.
in a lot of ways, I don't think did Hitler any favors.
I think it did him all kinds of favors. Just, you know, not with non-Germans.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's fucked up, man. It's like, you look at, like, how the German populace was dealing with Hitler. It's like, man, they weren't all horrible murderers and shit. They just, like, really believed that he was gonna make their country better. But
Speaking
no.
of believing in a solid leader, I heard we both watched Waco.
Oh, Hunter, if you thought that the fucking alienating comments were gonna stop when I was talking about Hitler, let's talk about fucking Waco, mate.
Yeah, let's talk about Waco. So, a brief overview before we just get right into it. Waco is a... Wait, what'd you call it? Like, I don't want to call it a documentary, but
It's-
a dramatization is
Yeah.
the word, I believe.
Yeah, just a dramatic retelling of the events that
Yeah.
happened at Waco. Carmel Mountain, Waco, Texas.
Yeah. Which, well, I'll let you tell the story, just because
Right.
I don't want to be the guy saying the polarizing shit yet.
Well, that's why I think that you should talk first. You should sort of like... And also,
Okay.
you've seen less than I have, even though you probably know
I've
the
seen,
events.
I believe, everything but the final episode.
Ah, okay. So, well, there's 6 episodes. So.
Yeah. So it's a docu-series on Netflix, concerning the events of Waco, Texas, during 1 year or whatever. And the gist of it is...
A 51 day period.
What was it?
51-day period. And then,
yes.
you know, a little bit beforehand to sort of like get the background on the people. But anyway.
The gist of it was, there was this commune at Carmel Mountain in Waco, Texas, where the lead, would you call him a pastor?
I mean, okay, let's be like the most sympathetic to the government that we're ever gonna be here. He was a cult.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
he was a. Oh yeah, that's right. He was a cult. He led a cult, which that he was.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Wherein he believed he was not the Messiah, but a Messiah come to bring on the events of Revelation. Pause a moment for story.
Hey, doll, how are you?
What about you?
Let me guess.
I pity the man that had to try and make a at least somewhat sexy platypus.
What, man? You don't get off to platypus milfs?
I better get home.
You know,
so
I'm
the
into a lot of
sauce
weird
ready.
shit, and nothing I've seen involved a platypus so far. So.
By the way.
Well, it's good to know that neither of us are furries. Can't say the same for one of our other cohorts, though.
Yeah. So, fucking. So this guy, David Koresh, he was a cult leader, and you say cult, but like, and like, I never knew the fucking guy, and really, this is my so far main exposure to Waco information, but I've known about it beforehand, and fucking
So-
his religion was weird.
It was pretty weird.
But-
It was the same as every other cult. It was, I'm the Messiah, follow me, something salvation.
I mean, it's no weirder than fucking Mormonism, though, is the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, the important bit is, can I dive, please? There we go. The important bit isn't necessarily the cult. It's the fact that the ATF heard that they were that Carmel Mountain was stockpiling weapons and abusing children, and decided. And again, I'm saying this in my attempt to be as little biased as possible. They decided that before we get into the spicy bias, they decided that the direct
skipped a
course of
circle.
action was to. Did I?
Yes.
Oh shit, I did. Yeah. Well.
Ripperoonie.
I don't actually know how to. If I could just restart this.
Just
Oh well.
use a little fucking.
There we go.
Keep inside the course, eh?
Yeah, so they decided that the correct course of action was to no-knock siege the place.
Because the government can definitely do no wrong and are brilliant people.
Hey, Kyle. Kyle, that's that bias we were talking about. So, long story short, quote unquote, no one knows who shot first. Nobody knows.
Well, okay, Hunter, let's be real here. Both in the documentary, it shows it, and in actual real-life later investigation, it was shown that the ATF started firing first.
Yeah, okay. But shots were fired by somebody, and it turned into a full-on siege, wherein, what was it, like 10 ATF were killed?
No, the official thing is 4 ATF were killed, and then 3 Branch Davidians were killed, and several others were wounded. However, yeah, no, I will point out, like you're saying, like, I will say, I was really surprised, because when I first heard that a Waco documentary was coming out on Netflix of all things, I was like, oh god, it's going to just basically deep throat the government the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
And say how
That's
these-
what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, however, no, it pretty much almost entirely takes the side of the fucking Branch Davidians, which is
Not almost, absolutely. They are 100% on the side of the Branch Davidians.
yeah, that's the name of their sort of religious sect.
Yeah, which is a little more than surprising, I would say.
Yeah, you wouldn't
But,
really expect that from any modern media. Like, you wouldn't expect something like this to get greenlit, and yet it did.
You little ripper, you fair dinkum beat me.
I love the Australia talk.
It's so good.
My swimming coach gave this to me when I first beat him in a race. Now I want you to have
Where were you keeping that?
Gee, thanks, mate. Cool.
Yeah, are you ever so surprised by something that you have to react to it exactly twice? Gee, thanks, my cool. He alright. Struth.
Nah, I'm
glad we don't have
barely
any
excited
Australian
about
viewers.
something that happy. So, yeah, no, so, fucking
Yeah, no,
Waco,
fucking.
shut the fuck
That
up.
was a sentence, my guy.
But yes, Waco, it was really good. You haven't finished it entirely, but you know, you've gotten most of the way there.
Yeah,
you get sort of the picture, plus I'm sure you
I do have to ask, though. About halfway through the second episode, I went, fuck, this is gonna turn into an anti-gun message, isn't it? Was I correct?
No, it's really just straight up an anti-government message the entire way.
Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, the bias story is the ATF were about to be phased out, right? And so they were like, they should be. Yeah, fuck the Alphabet Squad. In Minecraft, of course. I don't mean this literally in any capacity.
Yes, because all 15 of our viewers.
I love
are-
our good and benevolent government. All hail King Trump. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So what was I saying? I totally forgot.
Anti-gun message. Fucking Waco.
Nah, I was after that. We were done with that bit. Oh well, fuck it. Government bad. Oh yeah, so the ATF was being phased out.
Yes, the ATF were going to be phased out, and instead they decided to make a show for the press about why the government still needs them, because... And you know, here's the thing, right? Like, here's one great tragedy about government as it's run today, is the government shouldn't be a business, you know? But that's kind of what it's turned into. It's kind of just turned into this monopoly on law and violence and stuff. And, like, it turns people into wanting to take advantage of others for bureaucracy and promotional reasons, you know?
You're quoting someone when you say they have a monopoly on violence. Who is? I've heard that before.
I don't know, I've just seen that in a meme one time. Fucking...
all
I just
right.
went, the government is just a monopoly on violence, so let's give them some competition.
Only the finest news sources here on Coopers and Capers, folks. Some meme I saw.
Well, okay. It is a monopoly on violence, let's be real here. Like, fucking-
Yeah. Yeah, no, what's crazy is the most terrifying thing about it was the ATF shot first, and for a solid chunk of the episode, they were like, well, what do we do now? There's no way we're getting out of this scot-free, even though we were just defending ourselves.
Well, now here's something I've noticed, and it's, I think, largely at fault because of the fact that David Koresh is a bit of a fucking nuthead. Is
A
like,
little bit.
he never made calls for like all the times that he was on the phone with the FBI negotiator, right? He was never like, look, we're not coming out unless you send in like multiple press sources so that we can record everything, or like, why did you even attack us in the first place? Like, the officials.
Yeah, he was a little bit busy with his own... Well, to be fair, and it's a really fair point, he thought the fucking world was ending.
Yeah, so we should point out that essentially David Koresh's cults, the Branch Davidians, they're basically just, you know, your traditional Christians, except that they believe that the 7 seals in the Bible, 4 of them have already broken, and then them being attacked is sort of a revelation of the 5th seal happening.
Which, something M times.
Well, yeah, it's just all, that's how the Revelations always works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just generally, the 5th seal was that the last true believers would be, attacked by Babylon. So, you know,
Yeah, the armies of Babylon.
yeah, the armies of Babylon.
It's all metaphors.
I mean, let's be fair, the Bible is all metaphors generally. I mean, you know, fucking not all of it's supposed to be taken seriously. It's mostly just, you know, moral lessons beyond anything like, you know, fucking Jesus healing a blind man, fucking Paul getting blind on the road to Damascus, shit like that, you know, fucking...
Yeah.
Metaphorical stuff more than actual retellings, although there's actual retellings in there, of course, obviously.
So, would you recommend Waco to your friends, family, random strangers on the bus?
Yeah, I haven't actually recommended it to anybody yet, because I just watched it today. But, yeah, no, I'd recommend it to, like, my mom would probably watch it. I wonder what she'd think, because her and I pretty much speak across political, purposes. But no,
She feels safe and secure in the government's big, strong, sweaty arms.
yeah, that's one thing I want to point out, is why the fuck do people think that, like, a government is infallible, or could turn bad, you know? Like, what is it with people that they just don't want to put in the time or effort or just thought into thinking, hey, you know, maybe the people in charge aren't always going to be good. Like, what instills
Kyle,
people with the thought that things are always going to be okay?
You have to understand, it's a really, really comforting thought to think everything's all right, the government will take care of everything. Because, I don't know, like, thinking's hard. Nobody wants to do that.
This is why I want to start a political revolution mainly focused on basing the government around... No, because, okay, like, that's another thing, too, is, like, in the show, the characters, and presumably in real life as well, kind of treat the philosophy of government the wrong way, and that the people are under the thumb of the government's the big boy in town, fucking, we are the ones in charge. Whereas in reality, the way that government is supposed to work, but of course no longer works in, namely America, is that the government is a social construct supported by the people and not the other way around. Yes,
well, but again,
FBI
like,
agent, I'm glad you're listening to our podcast now. Which
yeah, dude, subscribe, man. Like and subscribe our podcast, Alphabet Crew.
What I'm saying.
Do one good thing today.
What
Anyways.
I'm saying is, the Branch Davidians did nothing wrong, neither did Ted Kaczynski.
Okay, wait a minute.
No, the thing Ted Kaczynski did wrong is targeting a bunch of, more or less just like desk drone workers instead of public officials.
Kyle, are you popular with women?
What? Why does that matter to whether or not I want to destroy the government? There's plenty of.
No, just wondering.
No. So.
How are we doing on time, by the way? Should I exit this level?
Why are you done with the level? I mean, we're on 20 minutes right now.
Alright, I should probably bounce then. I'll go get that thing over there.
I will say the one bit of, I wouldn't say misinformation in the show, but just sort of like
Misdirection?
yeah. So Ruby Ridge, which happens before the proper Waco event. Now it was a similar sort of interesting thing happened, right? So remember in the show when it says like the people at Ruby Ridge were caught fucking like selling
Yes, they were selling weapons to an agent in the FBI.
well yes,
It's what the show stated.
here's the thing is that essentially what happened was that the guy moved out there with his family to Ruby Ridge and set up a little farm for himself, and it was fucking, how shall we say, a really lonely time out there in the middle of fucking nowhere, Idaho. And
Yeah.
his only neighbors were Aryan Nation nationalists. Now, he decided, well, you know, fucking, it's lonely on the mountain, so I'm gonna make friends with them. He was never part of the Aryan Nation, which the show doesn't really go over.
They never made that clear.
Yeah. And,
They made explicit note that there are Aryans surrounding us everywhere.
Yeah.
Where they're gonna rise up against us, these racist people. They never mentioned that the Ruby Ridge guys weren't a part of that, which is interesting.
yeah, because they weren't. That is step one of the misdirection. Step two is, so its head got caught like selling weapons. Now here's the thing. Just like how the Branch Davidians were selling weapons, however they were doing it legally, and just the ATF was just, you know, having a hissy fit. That was not even the explicit business at all of the Ruby Ridge residents. They were just farmers, and the FBI and the FBI and ATF worked together to entrap. I forget his name, but the family at Ruby Ridge to do so, where they asked him to saw off 2 shotguns for them, and again, not knowing that they were government officials, just posing as plainclothes people, to essentially entrap him into having broken the law.
Isn't entrapment illegal?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm fairly certain of that, except it's not to happen all the time because, just like was in the show, the government just is basically just a giant conglomerate of fucking assholes that all pat each other on the back. Like, remember, every time like a horrible, tragic shooting comes out on the news, and it's like, the guy literally did nothing wrong. Like, remember that guy in the Vegas hotel that was told a bunch of bullshit instructions like cross your legs, put your hands above your head on the floor, and crawl towards me. All while the guy is just sitting there drunk as fuck.
I do not remember that, but you explained it rather succinctly.
Well, yeah, he gets shot down in cold blood, and that officer never got in trouble.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what I'm saying is, dismantle the government now.
I heard.
This...
I heard a little fun thing. Just since we're already in too deep, if you haven't, if we've said some unsavory shit, they're already gonna be gone. So I'll keep going. If you ever want to get away with murder, become a policeman.
Yeah. Or a CIA agent.
I mean, same shit.
This boss fight's really easy. It seems it's just that its tracking AI is all like bad.
Yes, that is correct. The boss fights in this game aren't stellar. I will the game kind of goes downhill from here. Remember those 3 maps that we already saw?
Yeah.
The rest of the levels are pretty much just clones of those.
That's unfortunate.
Just with different layouts.
That's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
So what is this? A giant warthog? What the fuck? Like.
Yeah, it's just a very large warthog with a mom tattoo on his shoulder.
As you do.
All right.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to like Toro fucking stand in front of the.
It's all right. I come back immediately with
I have
no time lost.
I have
so
8 lives. It doesn't matter, game.
yeah.
Oh my god, this is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Just wordlessly
Just wanna
gonna fucking change skins on me like that.
That's gotta flex on him by changing my pants mid-fight. Ah, the hell?
But yeah, above all else, I'm just surprised that it took the stance that it did, because especially from Netflix of all people, you'd really expect them to take the side of the government.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm just glad a fresh opinion is what you need. Just period.
Yeah.
We hear so much of the same shit nowadays because you go online and you're like, all right, well, this is my group of friends and these are the memes they share, and you know, I'm
also-
not gonna go to the places where they have memes I don't like.
Yeah.
So, blah, blah.
People are just
It's
so
so-
obsessed with wrong think nowadays, you know?
Yeah, it's so challenging to get a different opinion on something. Like, people say, like, yeah, the internet, free speech, whatever. But 9 times out of 10, you hear one opinion, and then everyone else behind them calling that person a cunt.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, people are... That's why anonymity is the best thing, and why the internet's in a lot of ways been tainted by... Hey, you know, fucking, it's basically just social media, post your real name and shit. It's like... You know,
Well
fucking,
done,
you're just gonna
guy.
get... You're just
You
asking to
retrieved
get
the first
doxxed
of
for
the
your
ancient
views.
talismans. When Boss Cass
All right,
discovers
one second,
that
this
we're
cutscene's
out to
really
thwart
loud
his
and I can't hear
plans,
you.
He will do all in his power to stop you. Be careful, my friend.
She'll be right, old timer.
It's a bunyip.
Strike me lucky you actually found the talisman. I just might have bet on the wrong horse. Anyway, mate, Julius has got a present for you at his lab.
By the way, that bunyip, he's glowy and he disappears, but later he's just there. So I think he's astrally projecting or something.
That makes sense, yeah.
Talisman machine is brimming with excess energy from the Fire Thunder X.
I mean,
By
if you could
diverting that
astral
energy
project
to
with
my
such efficiency,
special
wouldn't you do it all the fucking time?
hyper-techno brain maker, I can
Yeah, there's like,
special
I don't know.
elemental ranks.
Why would you call anyone on the phone? Just literally talk to them now.
Just force
I
ghost next to
present
them.
you
Sorted. Oh, dude, that'd be how we play board games. That would be the solution to this quarantine. Take a shot. Everybody just astrally projects. You don't have to go outside ever again.
I mean, you know that the CIA actually proved that astral projection is real, right?
What?
Yeah, no, there's actual leaked CIA documents. I mean, I have them on my computer as well. I haven't read them yet, but, like,
That's the dumbest shit, Kyle. Like, oh yeah, no, there's this intense source. Haven't read it. Sure, it's in there, but I got that source.
Well, well, no, just,
I know what's good, mate.
well, yeah, because I didn't download the source without fucking knowing what was already in there anyway. All I know is it's a document that, according to trials done by the CIA, proves that astral projection works.
All right, well, fucking. How are we doing on time? Can we end on that?
Sure. Fucking. We're 28 minutes in, so that's
That's a good enough time. I'll astral project you later.
Go fuck yourself.